Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Taking a look at the gap between low-wage earners and higher-wage earners and leveling the playing field for them. With us now, Congressman Mark Takano, to talk about the imbalances in the economy, restoring the balance for workers. Welcome.
Well, great to be here, Leslie.
How do you think that we begin to find a balance of fair workplace environment for workers in our state, country?
Balance is a great word. What we need to do is rebalance the rules. The rules of the economy have atrophied over time, and don't really protect our workers like they used to. The minimum wage laws and also the overtime protections for salaried workers are two places that we can take action.
There are two places to start, but do you think that they are the cause of the imbalance of the wages for workers, or do you think that it's just the changing of the world economy and our technology economy?
Well, that's a big part of it. There's a number of complex factors, but I would say that the fact that the American worker is more productive than ever, and technology's been a part of that, but yet the workers are still working full-time, many are working still full-time, and still living in poverty. This is wrong. Workplace rules can do a lot to rebalance and give the leverage to the workers. So I pretty much, I am in agreement with what California did, which is phasing in a $15 minimum wage. We need to do that nationally. And there's strong public support for this, even among Republicans. So I believe the American people support the notion that no one working full-time in America should be living in poverty. And to solve that, we need to have for our wage earners a decent minimum wage.
Some might argue that even minimum wage isn't enough to earn a living to support, an individual, let alone a family. So is there a, why stop there attitude?
Yes. Well, why stop there? We can't stop there because, the minimum wage for the middle class, which was really the Fair Labor Standards Act. What the Fair Labor Standards Act envisioned when they set protections for salaried workers. So back in 1975, 62% of our salaried workforce actually was entitled to earn overtime. That has atrophied over time, and you know what today? Today, only less than 10%, actually 8% of our salaried workforce is eligible for overtime pay. That's a stark difference, and that's why even a lot of middle-class workers today didn't even know that at one point people like them were entitled to earn overtime. So people are way overworked. If we were to raise the threshold salary to 40% of workers, a lot more people could go home after 40 hours, or they could earn more money because their bosses would have to pay them for overtime pay.
But aren't the demands on workers creating a whole subset of the way people work now? Increasingly, people are not salaried employees enjoying benefits that come along with that. They're contracted workers more and more, and so many industries, and that's leaving people underemployed.
Well, that's a good point. Are you an employee, or are you an independent contract employee? Those rules have to be closely examined, and there'll be battles over those sort of classifications. And so you raise a very good point, and that's the next step. Under the Fair Labor Standards Act, that's a very, very important regulation that we have to work on.
Our economy, our workforce definitely changing in the U.S.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us as well. I'm Leslie Leyton.